My not being here probably doesn't make for good shaky video. What do you think? So I think when you look at the top 50, I don't know that there really are some surprises here. You'll notice just the major number of Republicans that are on this list. The other thing that I would like to highlight is it's not in some ways surprising. The Republicans are, in control of the executive branch. The Republicans are in charge of both the House and the Senate. It is not surprising that more donations would go that direction. What becomes a little more surprising when you start to look at it is to think about somebody like Tom Niehaus, a former Senate president who received campaign contributions when he was clearly on his way out. And to think about, well, what happens when money actually goes to those folks that are term limited? Do those folks that are term limited receive the campaign contributions and then work their way out to become lobbyists? And you have to think about kind of how that all connects. The other thing I'd like to highlight on here, as we work our way along here, we have Justice Kennedy. And so as you think about what happens with contributions that actually work their way to Supreme Court candidates, and giving money, no matter what, giving money to judges always raises questions because it's the money that goes to the referee. So I wanted to highlight that. The other thing is, I bet you are not surprised I wanted to highlight, has to do with the money that goes to the Republican Party, and that's on page 7. So the Republican Party receives significantly more, the Republican Party receives significantly more directly, these party committees, from the fracking, those folks engaged in fracking, and the natural gas industry. The other thing that I think is interesting is if you look at the candidates, 1.6 million went to Republican candidates directly. And it's about, 74,000 and some change that went to the Democrats. The easiest way to think about this difference is to look at the chart that has the total for John Kasich. And where's Kasich? Sorry about everybody. To look at a total for John Kasich, can anybody find it? Here we go, $101,065. So significant. Guess how much Ed Fitzgerald received? $50. And so as you think about kind of that comparison and contrast, it's important to think about kind of why would anyone be giving in this significant way? How does it impact policy? And because these are kind of policy questions, and because we have an expert in fracking, I'm going to hand it over to James.